Office refusing visas now is very common. When I mean common, it's very common. And there are certain things you have to put in place before even submitting your visa application to avoid a refusal. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK, UK immigration updates, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. In today's video, I'll be sharing the reason why Home Office has been refusing a lot of UK visas application. A lot of people have been victims now, and in most cases, some have been banned for 10 years. Now, the common reason for ban now that is flying everywhere is using a fake COS to apply for your UK visa, which we know is not your fault. Scammers have taken advantage of people who are desperate to travel to the UK this year, especially those who are desperate to get to the UK before the new rules come into effect. Now, I just want to remind you that the new rules have not yet been announced. We don't know when it's going to be announced, but the government say either before spring or during spring, so we are still waiting. So but don't let anybody use that opportunity to take money from you, and at the end of the day they give you a fake COS that leads to another 10 years ban and the visa refusal. As you can see on my screen, refusals on exclusion, deportation order or travel ban grants under paragraph 9.21 of part 9 of the immigration rules. An application for entry clearance permission to enter or permission to stay must be refused where A, the Secretary of State has personally directed that the applicant be excluded from the UK, or B, the applicant is the subject of an exclusion order, or C, the applicant is the subject of a deportation order. The Home Office sets out a number of grounds for exclusion, including national security, that's if you're a threat, criminality, international crimes, war crimes, crimes against humanity, or genocide. Remember, when you're filling out your visa form, there are so many questions. A lot of people have been refused based on that you could answer yes or no. Have you ever been involved in a crime? Have you, somebody who has been involved in a crime in another country ticked no, and the visa was refused because Home Office have the right to do more investigation. In some countries, when you go to other countries and commit crime, there's a register that your name goes on if you have committed a crime and you're asked to leave that country. So a relative to this person contacted me recently, and on their visa form they ticked no, not knowing that Home Office have access to that register, and the visa was refused based on that they even lied again to Home Office. And not only lied, they banned that person for 10 years. So please guys, if you're completing your visa form, there's an important part that you really need to pay attention to. You have to be very honest with all your declaration, because at the end of completing the form, they'll say sign to show that all you have said is correct and you're not lying. This person signed to say he's not lying, whereas all the yes, no, yes, no, yes, no were lies. So Home Office went further to do more investigation. They don't just give you their visa. If you have committed a crime in another country and you say you want to come to the UK, if your crime is registered, there is a way that they will definitely find out, and your visa to the UK will be refused. So please, if you have committed any crime, it's good for you to own up to that. So even when they are doing their investigation, they will see that you've been honest on your application to say, yes, I've committed this crime in another country, and your visa may be approved, to say because you have been very honest. Maybe you have now come of good character or so. So please don't try to hide any crime you may have committed, or if your visa has been refused in another country, don't try to hide it from Home Office, please, because they have a way of finding out. We don't know how they do it, but trust UK, like just put your date of birth in the system and you will see everything about you, even the ones you know and the ones you don't know. So you just have to be very careful in completing your visa application. Corruption, extremism, unacceptable behavior, which is almost similar to what I just said. Like if you have lived in a country that you have not behaved well and something has led to the order and your name or whatever has been registered in that country. When you want to apply for a UK visa, please try and declare it, because if you don't declare it, then it's going to be another problem. The another one, in limited circumstances, which is sham marriage. And we all know what sham marriage is. Home Office have the right to investigate marriages. Like some people's dependent visas have been refused. Most of them are married to their husbands or wives who are currently in the UK. So if Home Office goes further to investigate to find out that there is something wrong about this marriage, this is not the kind of marriage we are looking out for, and your visa is refused, yes, you can apply for administrative review, and you really have to prove to the Home Office that you are really in a proper marriage with your partner and not in a sham marriage. So just as you can see on my screen, paragraph 9.2 A and B are mandatory grounds for refusal. This remains the case as long as the exclusion decision is still in force. An exclusion decision or order remains in place indefinitely until it is resolved. Where an applicant is subject to a deportation order, it is possible to request as part of an entry clearance application that the deportation order be revoked, and the request for revocation should be considered prior to the entry clearance application. Deception and false representations grounds. The burden is on the Home Office to establish that it is more likely than not that deception was used in respect of the current application, and if established, this is a mandatory ground for refusal, which is just what I said earlier on. Deception is defined in the guidelines as a deliberate intention to deceive alongside the visa refusal. A finding of deception attracts a 10-year re-entry ban to the UK. Therefore, if you have been wrongly accused of deception, you may seek to challenge the decision, which is if your visa has been wrongly refused based on deception or based on anything, you can challenge it by seeking for administrative review and provide all the necessary documents that you think Home Office should look at. If you're watching this video and you're one of those who have contacted me about a 10 years ban or a refusal, you still have the right to administrative review, because once you have a 10 years ban and you accept it, then you have to stay away from the UK for 10 years. But if you have more reasons why Home Office should look at it, then make sure you got all the papers ready. Make sure you got all the things you think Home Office wants to look at ready. Then seek for administrative review. Okay, there is a further discretionary grant for refusal of an application if in relation to the application or in order to obtain documents from the Secretary of State or a third party provided in support of your application. So just as you can see, false representations are made or false documents or false information submitted, whether or not relevant to the application and whether or not applicant's knowledge or relevant facts are not disclosed. Now, this still takes us back to when you submit a fake document, a fake bank statement, a fake marriage certificate, a fake COS. It's not your fault. I would say the COS, yes, it's truly not your fault, but you can't have a fake marriage certificate if you are legally married. You can't have a fake marriage certificate. So when you submit all of this fake, it attracts the 10 years ban, because a lot of people have been banned for 10 years. That's why I'm filming this video. So even if you want to seek administrative review, it's easier for you to look at the reasons why you have been banned. Maybe get a legal advisor to help you apply for the administrative review so you don't do it yourself. Now, relevant facts are not disclosed. Like I said, you have been refused in a country before and you are applying for a UK visa. There is a section on that form that they ask, have you ever been refused or deported from another country? If you tick no when you have been deported from another country or you have been refused another country's visa, then it's going to be a problem. So please, before you complete your visa application this 2024, please take your time and go through it. One of the reasons why we get this visa refusal, apart from using fake documents, people don't declare everything they need to declare, because the Home Office has the right to take a step further to start investigating. And if they investigate and find out that you did not declare what you were supposed to declare on that section where they will ask tick yes or no, and you tick a no for something that you are supposed to declare, you're supposed to tick yes. If you tick no and the Home Office takes a step further to find out and they see that this person has not been honest with this application, then your visa will be refused and possibly a 10 years ban. So please, before you apply for your UK visa this year, you have to look at it, because You don't want to apply for a visa that you end up not getting your visa because you have used fake documents. At the same time, you get a 10-year ban. Nobody wants to be banned from applying for a visa to a country that they really want to migrate to. So please guys, before you send in your visa application this year, if there is anything you know you're involved, I have received a lot of refusals, and some of them are classified as child marriages, and some of them are, you know, fake documents and so on. So please make sure that everything you fill out on your visa form this year should be correct. If you need an advice or you need someone to help you through your visa application, you have to make sure that even the person you're paying, you open up to that person, because you don't want to deceive somebody to fill your visa form and at the end of the day blame the person for what you refuse to declare. So please guys, this is just what it is. The Home Office is critically looking at visas application, and if they notice anything, if they notice anything, it leads straight to refusal, from refusal to a 10 years ban. Nobody wants to be banned for 10 years, right? So please make sure you do everything right and submit your visa application. And I wish you good luck in your visa application. I wish you good luck if you're called for an interview, which they do randomly now. I wish you good luck in everything. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video. And if you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe and join our beautiful family. And until I see you in my next video guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Bye bye for now.